it feels as if I've known him in a previous life. I'm so into that. Maybe he was a barkeep and I was the piano playing whore in an old western town. Well, that certainly sets a tone.
A tone? That's not a tone, that's a cry for help. Or maybe just Tuesday night for our heroine here. Welcome back to Heart Book Radio. Folks, the only book show that requires a tetanus shot afterwards. I'm Big Rick Ronson.
And I'm Dr. Eleanor Vance. Today we're dissecting, perhaps literally, Meghan Quinn's kiss and don't tell, a book where apparently crashing your car in Canada leads directly to being snowed in with 5 professional hockey players, because that happens.
5. Like some kind of boy band, but with more concussions and less rhythm. And our girl Winnie, fresh off a breakup, just stumbles in like Goldilocks. If Goldilocks immediately wanted to sleep with one of the bears who, get this, is the brother of the guy she just dumped.
Estranged half-brother accuracy, please. Though the expediency is alarming, she's on a journey of self-discovery, apparently.
Self-discovery. She discovered the ex's hotter brother. That's what she discovered. Is that step 1? Find yourself by finding your ex's closest male relative. What kind of self-help guru is she following? Dr. Philomena Flirt.
Let's discuss Winnie Berlin. The narrative positions her as endearingly clumsy, relatable in her insecurities.
Relatable. She crashes her car because she's fiddling with the radio. Who does that? Then she walks into a strange cabin full of huge dudes. That's not relatable. That's the opening scene of a Dateline episode. I bet her best friend Catherine, the paranoid, one they mention, was losing her mind. I like Catherine. She sounds like my neighbour Carol after 3 Chardonnays, convinced the squirrels are plotting against her.
Catherine's paranoia seems the only rational response here. Winnie, however, seems less concerned with survival and more with the fact that Pacey, the goalie, has nice eyes and presumably excellent hand-eye coordination. Some reviewers found her constant references to her ex tiresome.
Tiresome? It's crucial intel. You gotta know the enemy. Or, the guy whose brother you're about to climb like a tree. And Pacey. Oh, Pacey. Mister. Sweet gentleman, who opens doors but also, according to one breathless reviewer, is a freak in the sheets. Who demands well, let's just say he's demanding.
The duality is stark. He's presented as this sensitive soul, yet he conveniently omits the rather significant detail that he shares DNA with Winnie's recent heartbreak, and later, his jealousy regarding Winnie interacting with said ex, his brother, is described by some readers as jarring and possessive.
Jarring. It's Tuesday. Of course he's jealous. She's talking to the dude she just ditched, who also happens to be his brother. It's a Freudian nightmare wrapped in sweaty hockey gear. I'd be jealous too. Remember Brenda from accounting? Her cousin twice removed looked at my parking spot funny, and I almost keyed his Miata.
That explains the restraining order, perhaps, but Pacey's jealousy felt, to some like a manufactured conflict point, almost as manufactured as the supposedly career-threatening head injury that gets resolved faster than you can say convenient plot device. And don't get me started on the other players. My nipples got hard reading that. Really? Is this locker room talk or a failed attempt at edgy banter?
It's called male bonding. Like when my buddies and I... Actually, never mind. Point is the guys sound hilarious. Taters. Posey, Hornsby. Sounds like a law firm for cartoon characters. I bet their group chat is funnier than the actual book.
Which brings us to the million-dollar question, or perhaps the slightly sticky paperback question: is Kiss and Don't Tell actually any good? Or is it just sticky?
Sticky? It's volcanic. One reviewer literally said, and I quote, boom, panties incinerated. Incinerated. That's not sticky. That's an insurance claim. You don't get that from reading. What was that awful book you made us read last year? The Grapes of Wrath. Nobody's panties were getting incinerated by Tom Joad. I guarantee it.
We are not relitigating Steinbeck versus this. While some readers experienced spontaneous combustion, others were less impressed. One DNF did not finish at 10%, calling it completely whack, and gifting us that unforgettable piano-playing whore line. Another called it lame, drawn out, and written by a 13-year-old girl, albeit one with a surprisingly detailed grasp of certain activities.
Okay, the 13-year-old part might be harsh. Unless she's a very advanced 13-year-old who hangs out at truck stops. But drawn out? No way. Girl crashes, meets hot hockey dudes. Hooks up with brother. Drama ensues. Sexy times. More drama A. Groveling. Happy ending. It's efficient. Like an Ike flat pack romance.
We received a listener email, an imagined one, since our producer refuses to screen actual calls after the Twilight is Mormonism incident.
It is. Sparkling vampires. Eternal devotion. It's obvious.
This listener, let's call her Confused in Connecticut, asks, my best friend just started dating my ex-boyfriend's brother 2 weeks after we broke up. Is it okay if I accidentally spill paint on her prize-winning poodle? What do you think? Is the brother swap ever acceptable?
Absolutely. Finders keepers. Unless he was your brother first, then it's weird. But ex's brother. Fair game. Poodle paint. Maybe start with something less permanent. Like glitter. A lot of glitter. That stuff never comes out.
So, the literary equivalent of a glitter bomb, that tracks. It's escapism, pure and simple. Does it offer profound insights into the human condition? No. Does it feature complex character arcs? Barely. Does it provide a narrative structure beyond meet-cute secret conflict resolution? Not really.
But is it fun? Does it make you laugh? Does it make you need a cold shower? Yes. Sometimes that's all you need. Not everything has to be homework.
Very well. Time for the final verdict. Using our patented Heartbook radio scale.
This book gets a sizzling 8 out of 10 incinerated panties. It knows what it is. And it delivers. Whum, bam, thank you, ma'am. And your ex's brother.
And I give Kiss and Don't Tell 3 out of 7 questionable life choices masquerading as romance. It's professionally executed fluff, but the central premise remains bafflingly messy. Read it if you enjoy hockey, steam, and extremely poor judgment.
So basically, read it.
Next week, we tackle a truly challenging piece. My Sentient Toaster Wants Me Dead, a breakfast thriller.
Ooh, does it involve butter knives? Sounds stabby. Until then, keep your hearts full and your books questionable. This is Heartbook Radio.